Good day, guys. Welcome to our fourth Java programming course tutorial. And I hope you all have been programming and you all have been understanding what we have been doing since. Okay, without wasting much time, today we are going to continue from whatever we were doing on day 3 programming course, and what we're presenting to you guys today is continuation numerical data types. Oh, sorry. Let's get straight to it. Okay, numerical data types. Okay, that's here. Now, you all have. Sorry, not here. Okay. Now remember that in our last class, or we have shown you guys how to declare numerical data types and strings and ints, how to perform calculations. Sorry if you don't know that part, I suggest you go back to day 3 and watch videos on that and watch the video. Now today we are going to move into this set of classes. Now the reason for this class is that it's not all operations you can just use. Maybe you can see on your keyboard, like now there is no square root operation on your keyboard. So for you to do such operation, Java 2 has provided a way. I just gave square root as an example. They have other things too. Okay, so these are classes that enable the programmer to perform mathematical operations and include the math class. The decimal format class is used to, if you want to maybe approach, just like what you had taught how to approximate something in your secondary school, you to 2 decimal place, 3 decimal place. You can choose your keyboard now, and so you use the decimal format class to format stuff to any decimal place you want. Now the Gregorian calendar class, it handles dates. If you want to manipulate dates, maybe the date of when something happened or the a date that has passed. Yeah, it's used to manipulate dates. And the random class is to generate random numbers. This random class can be used in many places. Maybe if you want to create a game, maybe you're creating a game of a dice, or maybe you want the computer to randomize things for you, a set of numbers, you understand, and give you a result. So that's by the way. So now, because of the people have not yet done methods, so we're actually going to avoid the decimal format class, the Gregorian calendar class, and the random class today. What we're going to teach you guys is the math class. You get, because the math class actually easier to learn. Then others will be taught later as we go on. So as we go to the math class, okay. Not variables. Yes. Okay, the math class. Now, this class is used to handle numerical computations in programming. Some examples include, now all these stuffs, floor, log, max, mean, round, and square root. Maybe they have others too. They are like they are like instructions you pass to the math class. Okay, they're like methods you pass to the math class, and these things inside the bracket are the different numbers. For example, now x stands for any number you're going to put there, whether it's going to be an integer, a float, so far is a number, you understand. So once you pass it to the math class, the floor method of the math class, this is of result type double. It returns the largest whole number less than or equal to x. Okay, so once you pass it to the floor class, the whatever instruction, whatever thing the floor class does is going to work on the number and give you a result. Okay, for example, now this is your log, this is a root log x. Okay, this is of result type. Okay, he didn't this I didn't write what I think is a result type double, because log thing, because in our school when we used to do log something, the is mostly in decimal, so it should be of result type double. That's I didn't type there. Okay, this is a result type double. Let's say it's double. It returns the logarithm of x, which means that the number you put there inside in place of x, and once you pass this log x to the math class, is going to perform and give you the logarithm of whatever number was put there. So we have square root down here, we have square root down here, put the number here. Remember, before you put the number here, you have to, and if you want to declare it, you can declare it first before you put the number here, or you can just pass the number like that. But if you're using any variable, you must declare the variable first, and what class is that variable, like what data type is it, and what number does the variable contain. I'll show you guys what I mean in my practical. So now max means that you put two numbers here, it gives you the result of the one which one is bigger. Minimum, minimum, you put some number to give you the minimum number, like which one is more less than the other. So this one now round, you put maybe this is a result type int, you put a decimal here, since it is a result type int now, like int they don't contain decimal, so you put the number here and it's going to round it and give you to the nearest whole number. Okay, before we continue, I think let's just do small practice of what I mean. Okay, a small practice of what I mean. um okay, let's just look at the next thing I'm going to type now. Okay, let's look at the next thing I'm going to type now. So now we're going to make use of the math class. So as we want to find the square root of, let's say we want to use the square root of the math class. We want to find the square root of 49. It's okay, you say int y equal to 49. Remember that what I did now is I just declared the variable, and the math class dot dot you go back square root. Suppose you must cram all these methods, so you can just know how to use them. Anytime you want to use them, you can browse them, but it's nothing bad storing these things in your head. You understand? Then square sqrt. Okay, sqrt. Okay, that's already brought out. Sometimes depends on the ID you are using, it's going to complete it for you. So you can click enter, you put the number there, or sometimes I don't like it completing things for me, so that I'll be sure of what I'm choosing. So okay, it says whatever is here has to be a double. So remember that if you put 49, okay, I thought it's going to give me an error actually, because they said that whatever is here is meant to be a double. I don't know if you saw it. Double, you say double A, that means 49 was declared as 8. But it's possible that they have already done it. Why it did not give me an error was that when I put 49 I did not highlight anything. Maybe it was that the system has already been told to convert it. Maybe because of some people might do errors, make errors. So in order, assuming maybe the system was not programmed to convert it, I mean for this smart class, you're meant to declare this y as a double. So double normally has decimal. I've told you, even if you don't put it, when computer prints it out, prints the double out, it has a decimal. So as we said, the result, okay, this is a real type double. It means that once you run this program now, I don't actually want to run the program because sometimes ID take longer and I don't want this video to be, so I'll just put the result, what the computer is going to print here. I'm just going to put it here and it's going to be the same thing. So if you run this program now, nothing is going to come out actually as the output, because of you have not used your system dot out dot print. Remember I told that this system dot out dot print is used to give out results. So if you run this program now, your answer is going to be, your output is just going to be 7.0. The reason why it's 7.0 is because the computer is going to print it out as a double. The result type is going to be of double, so this computer is going to print out like this: 7.0. Doubles are decimals, they are presented in decimals, you understand the hand. So okay, let us say we want to find the maximum of two numbers, and what are the numbers? Int 9, int y. Okay, we have used y before. Int r equal to 7, and okay, I'm have this r somewhere up in my program. So let's use ra, and the second number is ty, 4, and you want to find the maximum of the two numbers. So you go here, maximum xr, put the two numbers here, and that is max. That's already shown. Okay, max. Did I like completing things by myself? So the first number is, let us put it y, and the second number is sorry, first number is ra, and the second number is yt. Yeah, and okay, sorry, ty. Remember, we have to put it so that an output will show. So if you print this thing, I'm just going to write the output here as a comment. Comments are, they're not executed in any programming language. The compiler ignores them, so that's why it does not bring an error. So if I put this mark here, you later thought, if I put these two strokes here, your output now is going to be, computer will check ra and ty, which one is bigger. Since it showed marks, it's going to give you, output is going to be 7. It's going to be number 7, since the result type is of type int, so it's not going to be of a decimal. So that's how others are. If you can find the log name of the number, you declare the number and put it inside there, or that's just how the stuff works, you understand. Okay, so I think we move on to the next thing: arithmetic operations. Remember I told you in your last class, plus, minus, times, all arithmetic, just the normal arithmetic, the normal arithmetic expressions that you know, like, if you guys what someone, I mean, don't just mind me. So assignment operators. Now assignment operators in programming help us to write statements involving variable without repeating the variable. It helps us to write statements involving a variable without repeating the variable. The assignment operators is implemented using the arithmetic symbols. All this thing is just talk. You understand the hand. What is just trying to tell you that this thing now, this thing now here, x equals x plus 5, presented as this. It saves time writing. You understand? When you write this stuff, it's the same thing as writing this up, and it saves energy. You understand? It saves energy because this sound like this is small something to write than this big jargons than this big jargon here. So it's just trying to tell you that it's you can represent it in a simpler way. You can represent this in a simpler way, which is this. Like I said, there are 5 shorthand assignments available in Java. There are 5 shorthand, like shortcuts. Yeah. Sum operator. Now this now can be written as this. If you write this thing now in your computer, it just means that this is what you are trying to do. If you write this in your computer thinks that this is what you are doing. If you write this, it means that it's this. You are doing just like a shortcut. And so that's just it. So I think okay, we can go and practice. I forgot the last one. I think I did not bring up the last line. Okay, this is the last look. Okay, this is the stuff and division operator. Remember that there are three. This, which is this, which is this. Now remainder operator. It's called sum operator. This operator is used to find the remainder of the division between a variable and a given integer, and is implemented using the sign this. Okay, I don't think this one is correct. Like I'm not the one that actually wrote this slide. You understand? I'm just using it to teach you guys. I think what is here is meant to be. I don't know if it's correct actually. Okay, I think I'm going to browse it out. I think it's what you can actually browse out the remainder assignment operator in Java. I think what is meant to be is mode, M-O-D. Okay, that's by the way. Okay, let us practicalize what we're saying in our IDE. So bring a comment. See this. Okay, so assuming let's say you want to shortcuts, assuming you know we have to declare our variable first. What have I not used? What letter have I not used in my code? In fact, I'm going to convert all these things as comments so that I can be able to use any letter I want. You can use name, anything, but I like using letter when it comes to numbers. Okay, now send this one message. So I use any number from fresh. So I've converted everything as comments. So computer will not assume I write RA again. I can write RA again and TY because all this is not comments. As I said, computer they don't execute comments. You understand? Comments are mostly used for documentation, but we'll teach you guys all those stuff. So we can use RA again and TY again if we want to, but I just decided to use a single letter when doing my stuff. I don't know how this thing is writing, not responding. Please, let's get another ID straight up. There's no wasting of time. And where is my normal? Okay, these are PHP codes. They are not Java. So let me change it to Java. Okay. I like using the editor because the editor is more rich. So let's just bring up an environment ASAP. No, I set nice. Set nice. So let us practicalize what we're saying. So as we're talking about the assignment operators, as we will say int r equal to 6, and we want to say want to write this is now what we want to write. We want to write arrow 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 equals arrow plus 5. Know that if you print this stuff now, assume you said system dot out dot print in r, print in r, if this program now is assume that I run this program, the answer is going to be r is equals 6. So r is equals to r plus 5, which is 6 plus 5. Your answer is going to be 11. So now it's just saying that instead of you writing this stuff here, you can actually shortcut it and write this stuff plus equal to 5. Once you write this stuff now can replace this big thing you wrote here. That is what it's saying. You understand? So I can just carry this stuff. So I can just write this stuff as arrow plus equal to 5. That's what it's saying. As let me want to write minus now. Okay, and say we have used r plus 5. Okay, let us say want to write minus. You can say arrow minus equal to 9. It means that what you're saying now is that it means arrow equal to arrow minus 9, and if you print it out, arrow minus 9 is 6 minus 9. You'll get a minus 3. If I'm right, get a minus 3. Now you can do it to divide. You can just divide divide 8, just like spacing my mark. Remember, Java is case insensitive, so sorry, so white space insensitive, so I don't think the spaces you give out does not matter, since it's white space insensitive. Even if you okay with the stuff, we'll teach you later. Now, so this stuff now is going to give this now is the same thing as writing arrow equal to arrow equal to arrow divided by 8, and so on and so forth, Okay, now that's the okay, this stuff, I'll go and search for this stuff. Why has my song stopped playing now? Okay, I'll go and search for this stuff and and I'll give you guys a feedback. Now that's the first I'm going to treat in my next video. Yeah, this remainder operator stuff. So the class is ended. This video was very short, and we have shown you guys everything and what last class entailed. So we think we can go for now and continue programming, continue reading, check our YouTube page for videos, and subscribe, follow us on Instagram, HF Connekt. I don't know, I'm just excited. I don't have anything again to say. Okay, thank you guys. Be consistent in programming, and I'm sure if you're consistent up to 1 year, you actually won't regret why you took this journey. Hey. Once again, thank you guys and see you next time.